Well, good morning and welcome to the audio described stream for Midsumma Pride March 2021. My name is Will McCrosty and I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm just getting a little echo of my audio, so I'm just going to make sure that's not coming through the feed. Testing, still getting it, one moment. There we go, beautiful. Hello again, my name is Will McCrosty and welcome to Midsumma Pride March. This is the audio described stream. I'm going to be here providing a described commentary for the benefit of anyone who is blind or has low vision, and I would love to welcome you if that is for you. If that is not for you, there is another live stream hosted by the fabulous Sarah Ward and Dina Curie, and you'll find that on the Midsumma YouTube page or the Midsumma Facebook. So I am here on the beautiful Prince balcony outside the band room here on Fitzroy Street in St Kilda. After a very chilly start to the morning, we have found a beautiful, beautiful sunny day for the Pride March. Now, a bit of a quiet one this year. We've only got people coming through and listening. As I say that, the Dykes on Dykes behind me are going to start there right up the far side of Fitzroy Street. The camera view on YouTube today is just a single shot down on Fitzroy Street, and I'm positioned here on the balcony so I can describe to you in real time as well. So you might hear in the background the tooting and honking of the fabulous Dykes on Bikes, who are going to be making their way from Catani Gardens, where the parade ends, up the far side of Fitzroy Street and up to the staging ground for the start of the parade, which is all the way up the other end at the Oval. The parade's going to be starting in about 8 minutes time. I'm going to be with you for the whole thing. We've got that beautiful background sound, so I'm going to not talk for the entire thing. I'm going to jump in and out to provide described commentary and otherwise allow you to marinate in the sights and sounds of Fitzroy Street today. If you have anything you'd like to ask me, I do have my eyes on the live chat attached to this live stream, so feel free to throw something in there if something doesn't make sense to you, or if you'd like any more information about something that I am talking about. Slightly different this year, of course, for Pride March because it is happening in May as opposed to Midsumma, as the name might make you think. So we'll be seeing if everyone is going to commit to the Speedos and Sparkles to the same degree as they would in other years. We do have almost 300 floats and different groups who are going to be marching today, and I'll be bringing you descriptions and information about all of them. We also have some pre-recorded performances by artists from Midsumma Festival and from the Midsumma family that I'll be bringing you throughout the parade. They do know how to make a lot of noise, don't they? Still parked out of sight somewhere down around the corner, but making their presence absolutely felt here along Fitzroy Street. And they are off, led by a highway patrol car decked out with the fluoro paint job on the side. Dykes on classic vintage choppers, all chrome and high handlebars, rainbow flags flying from them, black helmets and leather, screaming their way up Fitzroy Street, passing the Prince now. The very appropriate black Dykes on Bikes flag with a red triangle and a gear around their name, flying from the back of one of the choppers. About 15 members of the Dykes on Bikes representing today. Chrome polished to absolute perfection. One with a sidecar, which is my preferred way to ride, if I'm perfectly honest with you. One very sporty looking number as opposed to the big choppers, nice and sleek with a silver body and a green dirt bike, which is commitment compared to all the big choppers. They're going to head up to the oval and start off the parade for us, coming back down the other way, leading us, and then behind them will be our First Nations contingent, who are leading the parade as the representatives of the local First Peoples nations. It's a little more subdued today here than you might expect normally. We've only got people sitting in licensed venues and a few people on the street watching, just to keep everybody safe and not to have too many crowds. And so it's wonderful if you are here joining us from the live stream. If you are just joining us, my name is Will from Description Victoria. We are providing a audio described commentary for anybody who might be blind or have low vision. We're just going to have the single camera shot looking up Fitzroy Street. If you are here for the other live stream, we've got your fabulous hosts Dina Curie and Sarah Ward, and you'll find that on the Midsumma Facebook page and YouTube channel. Many people today taking the opportunity to take the dog for a walk. I've seen some wonderful dogs this morning. And we've still got some cyclists making their way down Fitzroy Street despite the road being closed. A wonderful combination, as always, of the Melbourne all-black uniform. Myself, I am wearing all black today, which is very in the spirit, I'm sure you'll know. And some more fabulous outfits. We've seen a lot of glitter faces, we've seen a lot of very colourful spiked hairdos, and we've got these big flowers, rainbow flowers, lining Fitzroy Street from the fronts of buildings. I've got one right next to me here on the balcony, creating that nice rainbow festive atmosphere. I'm going to leave you here with the ambience until the parade starts. Feel free to jump in the live chat if there's anything you'd like to see in particular. Otherwise, I'll be back with you shortly. Hello again. If you just joined us, my name's Will from Description Victoria. It's wonderful to have you here this morning for the Midsumma Pride March happening in May. I'm here providing an audio-described commentary for the benefit of people who are blind or have low vision. If that's you, so wonderful to have you with us this morning. If not, and you'd like a different experience, there is also the main Midsumma livestream happening on the YouTube channel and Facebook page with Dina Curie and Sarah Ward. We've just had the Dykes on bikes head up the wrong way, up Fitzroy Street, and they are now slowly making their way back down to lead the parade to a start. I'm situated on the Prince balcony, which is a wonderful vantage point and one I'm very grateful to have after many years of being down amongst everybody else. There's got to be some perks to the job, right? And I am here at the end of the parade route just before the Catani Gardens event, which is happening just down by the foreshore. On the camera today and on the live stream, we've got a shot just looking back up Fitzroy Street as the parade comes on down. Plenty of people are getting their heads into the corner of the shot as they peer down, waiting for the parade start to officially pass. Beautiful sunny day down here in St Kilda after a very chilly, quintessentially Melbourne start. We have got cloudless blue skies and sun everywhere. Got the Dykes on bikes stopped about a block up the street from us, and then a bit of clear road behind them, so I think some of the marchers are having a little bit of trouble keeping up with the motorbike procession, which makes sense. They've got a bit of a power advantage. Always wonderful to see the mix of people here to see the parade, and bewildered Fitzroy, St Kilda residents who did not realise this was going to be on today and have maybe gotten a very rude awakening on their Sunday morning. Dedicated folks in gym clothes looking back over their shoulder and wondering just what all the fuss is about. Led by a Victoria Police Highway Patrol car, the Dykes on bikes completing their second pass of the Prince, and I will be quiet and let you enjoy the noise as it makes its way past. Big waves from the marchers as they make their way past. Not even sure if everyone can hear me, but I'm going to have some chat anyway. Oh, there's nothing like a cleansing bath of sound on a Sunday morning, is there? And they're heading back around towards Catani Gardens. And I'll describe the smell as well. Quite a lot of exhaust, as you can imagine. That was a absolutely bone-rattling drive-by by the Dykes on bikes. About 15 in their hogs, dirt bikes, all sorts of vehicles, starting the parade as is traditional. Now we've got a little bit of a break until the parade start reaches us with our First Nations contingent. If you are just joining us, hello. Sorry to those who've been here the whole time. My name is Will from Description Victoria. Welcome to Midsumma Pride 2021. This stream, I am providing a audio-described commentary for the benefit of anyone who's blind or has low vision. If that is you, fabulous, welcome. So lovely to have you here today. If that is not you there and you'd like a different experience, you can head over to the main live stream, which has been described, commentated by Sarah Ward and Dean Arcuri. You'll find that on the Midsumma YouTube page or the Midsumma Facebook page. Down here at the Prince of Wales at the end of the parade routes, we've got just a single shot camera for you today. If you are watching the live stream, which is looking back up Fitzroy Street towards the parade start. Quite quiet this year compared to other years, as COVID restrictions mean we've tried to keep people not attending in too greater numbers, because that could be a little bit risky. So we are providing this live stream so that you can join in all the fun from home. The parade today, if you've never been before, if you're not familiar, is broken up into different waves with the marches in different groups. So the first wave is Indigenous Pride and representatives from the city of Port Phillip, which is the local government area down here in St Kilda. And then second, we've got youth, so a bunch of youth organisations, schools representing for themselves. Next, we've got access and inclusion. Then queer community groups and organisations. Sports clubs and representatives from different political groups and organisations follow that. Then individuals, families and friends, cultural, sports and spiritual organisations. Organisations showing pride, so these might be businesses or public entities that are looking to demonstrate their support for the LGBTQIA+ community. Emergency services. More organisations showing pride. Community care organisations. Primary health. Charities, educational institutions, government-affiliated organisations, and then finally bringing up the rear will be the Midsumma Festival staff who've worked really, really hard this year to bring us a slightly delayed but still delicious Midsumma Festival, including this Pride March, which I think has been a bit of a feat to pull off. Coming back to the parade on the vision, we can spot the truck coming down, leading with a smoking ceremony on the back of a flatbed truck. So a nice wave of grey smoke pluming out from behind that one, cleansing the parade route and making us all welcome on this country that we are sharing in today. Country of the Boon Wurrung people of the Kulin Nation, and we've got some of their elders on the back of that truck leading the smoking ceremony. smattering of folks on the far side of the road with dogs, with kids, all here to watch Pride. The smell of the smoke reaching the balcony now. Beautiful thick eucalyptus smoke. A white Isuzu truck with a open flatbed behind. Speakers attached to a pylon on the back of the truck, along with Indigenous elders. Flatbed coming across now, a big bushel of green gum leaves up the back of the truck, putting off that beautiful cleansing smoke to start the process, to start the parade, sorry, not the process. It is a bit of a process. Behind we got two deadly artists, two young ladies, one in a blue dress with a matching athletic jacket over the top, the other with a pink dress and a matching holographic pink jacket over the top, each holding wireless mics and singing live. Following that, a Motor Friends classic car in red, open convertible with Ngawi Aralyn Briggs Boon Wurrung Elder, holding a roll of toilet paper with some kind of sign on it that I cannot read from up here, and a rainbow flag, along with more of the Indigenous Pride mob wearing black t-shirts that say "COVID can't stop our pride." Next up, representatives from Port Phillip Council, as well as Minister for Equality and Inclusion, Martin Foley. Strolling on past in a very festive light pink blazer, appropriate for the occasion. A small contingent from Port Phillip following up, carrying a banner saying Pride March, Port Phillip and Proud. Rainbow lanyards, feather boas. Followed by them the start... Oh, no, more Port Phillip folks doing a choreographed dance with some wheelie bins, very council appropriate. Running around in a wide circle together, each bin with a different coloured lid for recycling and for differentiation and rainbow purposes. They have small plastic paddles. They open the lids of their wheelie bins and they read "Wheelie Proud" and "Always Been BIN Proud" on the inside of the lids. One person drops theirs a little bit, but they recover, picking it up. Next up is the start of our youth wave. We have -18 is a the leading youth LGBTQIA plus organisation, leading change, building social inclusion and advocating for an Australia that is more inclusive and welcoming to all. They do a whole range of amazing work, and this float is comprised entirely of young people waving flags, wearing flags draped around their shoulders, pride flags, progress pride flags with black and brown stripes added along with the blue and pink and white of trans colours of the trans pride flag. Good morning. Quite a large contingent, about 200 folks, as well as some schools represented. We've got Carey Pride, we've got Buckley High School, and we've got Coburg High School, each with about 30 marchers each. One young person holding a sign with the trans pride flag colours, with the sign saying gender affirming care saves trans lives. A couple of parents with kids in strollers. One kid's pram has a sign that says I heart my gay mums. More youth organisations following -18. We've got Scouts celebrating and including all youth. Scouts in their revamped uniform, different from when I was a scout. They've ditched the khaki, now wearing navy blue polo shirts that have coloured stripes on the sleeve and collar denoting which division of the Scouts they're in. Cubs, Scouts, Rovers, Joeys. Scouts moving on now, followed by the MCK Pride Club and Eltham High School. Eltham High School folks with rainbow face paint. A few more Scouts to follow. Oh no, Girl Guides, apologies. Girl Guides to follow, and maybe they are the Girl Guides. If you're just joining us, this is Midsumma 2021 Pride Parade live from St Kilda. My name's Marc Ethan from Description Victoria. This is the audio described stream for the benefit of anyone who's blind or has low vision. If that is you and this is for you, welcome. If that's not you, you're after a different experience, you can head to the main live stream hosted by Sarah Warden D. Mercury on the Midsumma Facebook page or the Midsumma YouTube channel. We're still in our youth wave here. Youth organisations, school groups. We've got Over Newton Anglican Community College giving me specifically a very nice cheer and a very nice wave. One young person on another's shoulders. A collection of young people. One wearing a headband with two fuzzy neon pom-poms on top. We move into our access and inclusion wave. So first up, we've got a transport van for LifeView, active, vibrant living. Some queer elders sitting inside the van with the side sliding door open, giving us a big wave from inside. Best seat in the house, if I'm honest. One person wearing a mask and waving a rainbow flag from the passenger seat of the van. One queer elder in a pair of very fabulous leopard print sneakers, waving from the side of the van. to folks down on street level. Parade's pause for a moment. I'm going to take a pause here too and leave you with a performance. Not a performance, a video from Midsumma with different people across the LGBTQIA spectrum standing against a white backdrop telling their stories about what pride means to them. We'll be back with you soon.
What does pride mean to you?
Pride can mean so many different things.
Pride is loving yourself and loving your community around you.
I don't think I understood what pride was until I started saying who I was out loud.
Pride is very loaded.
I think it's being true to yourself.
Being able to live my true self.
And being proud of what you stand for.
And unapologetically doing that.
I think it's about feeling empowered to celebrate identity and to create space to tell other people why it's special and wonderful to be queer.
Pride actually just means what it means. It's about being proud, and it's about being proud of who you are, all of who you are.
I think when I think about particularly what queer pride means, I guess the opposite of that would be shame.
It affected my pride a lot when I came out as trans and my family didn't accept me.
How can a parent reject their own flesh and blood?
Mum didn't speak to me for 3 months.
You know, nobody should be able to make you feel ashamed of who you are.
You have to understand, this is not a choice. This is who we are.
I've tried to hide this and I can't.
Pride to me means being able to be who I am, proudly.
Visibility, amplifying stories and making sure that the stories of those people who often don't get seen or heard are absolutely central to the conversation.
Acceptance and love.
Pride means everything.
Helping other people feel pride, and I suppose that in turn helps me feel pride in myself.
Can you describe what ultimate pride would be?
I think the ultimate pride for me would be a really big hug.
I think in my kind of idea of utopia going forward, it would be that humans love humans and there's no labels.
Would be a time where we don't have to come out.
And be accepted for that by absolutely everyone. That's true equality.
Really coming together and all being able to be themselves, but really celebrate differences and champion differences.
The ability to be who I am without hiding and without being ashamed of who I am.
And you can just be yourself and nobody gives a shit.
Accepting who you are and being proud of what you stand for.
It's the basis of pride. If you don't feel true to yourself, you can't be proud of who you are.
My family love me, my friends love me for who I am, and that's my ultimate pride.
It honestly means the world.
That's what pride means to me.
To me, it is saying to the world, this is who I am, and I am proud of it. So tell me, what does pride mean to you?
What does pride mean to you?
What does
Pride mean to you?
So, what does pride mean to you?
Hello and welcome back. My name is Will from Description Victoria. So wonderful to have you here with us this morning. This is the audio described live stream of Midsumma Pride 2021 happening here on a very fortuitous, very sunny day in late May. Thankfully, Melbourne did turn it on for us, which is very, very, very lucky if you are a Melbourne local. This stream is for the benefit of anyone who is blind or has low vision. There is another live stream with full commentary and a few different camera angles happening over on the Midsumma Facebook page and YouTube channel. If that's the experience that you're after, you can join Dean and Sarah back on the main stream. If not, wonderful to have you with us. We've just finished our access and inclusion wave, and we are waiting for the next part of the Pride Parade to come past with us. We're looking at queer community groups and organisations. Who will be next along the parade route? Not super busy. I do have a family of, well, not a family, just two superheroes making a very low-key cameo on the far side of the road on the tram tracks, which are opposite the Prince, where I'm situated this morning. We have a Spider-Man and we have a Deadpool, I believe, both in their skin-tight costumes. Spider-Man with the red head and shoulders and black webbing and greyed out eyes protecting his secret identity. Spoiler alert, it's Peter Parker. That's probably not Peter Parker in this case, it is a local superhero lover. We've also got Deadpool, similar outfit, full head covering in red with a black mask across the eyes and little grey slits to see out of. Both wearing black boots and posing for photos with families, and someone who's dressed possibly as a character from anime with big wide sleeves on a Japanese style robe. Can't pick an anime character out of a lineup for you, I'm sorry, but it's a very impressive costume nonetheless. Spider-Man and Deadpool both more interested in taking photos than saving folks in the community who might need saving, though maybe it's just a very chill morning and there's absolutely no crime happening. Posing for photos with someone with long pastel pink hair. Deadpool, of course, throwing some bunny ears behind the subject's head. Some members of Victoria Police are slowly patrolling on the far side as well, keeping the Pride March safe. As we await the next wave of marches to come through for Midsumma Pride 2021. Plenty of folks enjoying the parade from some of the establishments along Fitzroy Street here in St Kilda. Hopefully a welcome return to busyness and business for them. The Cross, which is across Fitzroy Street from me, has some beautiful rainbow signs outside that say "Come sing like a diva." Potentially some kind of karaoke situation happening in there, which is a very big energy for a Sunday morning, but one that I respect. coincidentally enough, there is another Spider-Man. This time very, very small. Potentially only a 3 or 4-year-old Spider-Man in the same Spider-Man outfit. I'm not sure if the two Spider-Men have met, but it might be a bit awkward when they do. The looming drums signalling the approach of our next wave, about a block away. Spectators on the far side of the street catching the rhythm of the drums as they approach, starting a little step clap from side to side, keeping the energy up. We are still very much at the start of this 2021 Midsumma Pride March. Plenty more people to cheer on their way down Fitzroy Street. Approaching now, appropriately for the rhythms, is the LAHRC, the Latin American and Hispanic Rainbow Community of Melbourne, who I think will be bringing a little carnival spirit. People stepping out into the parade route to get a photo of them making their way, just about to pass behind the pillar that I cannot see behind. Two folks in front carrying a banner reading LAHRC, as I said, Latin American and Hispanic Rainbow Community of Melbourne, carrying fans with long flags streaming from them, trailing through the air with light blue, yellow and pink stripes. Hola and hola on a tall banner with rainbow fringing held by some of the folks. Signs for causes in various countries: Brazil, Cuba, marriage equality now, and SOS Latin America. One person wearing a t-shirt that says it's Colombia, C-O-L-O-M-B-I-A, not Colombia, C-O-L-U-M-B-I-A. A person with long, dark hair decked out in a black feathered mini dress and black stockings with black feathered wings trailing from their back, slumbering and saucering their way past, flanked by dancers in furry capes, skirts and leg warmers. One gentleman in an inflatable T-Rex outfit with his tiny little arms dancing back and forward, and some beautiful slumbering, salsering showgirls with enormous feathered headdresses, followed by our drum corps. one wheelchair user with a sign saying, "Our government is killing us, SOS Colombia," hashtag. More signs about the situation in Colombia, hashtag SOS Colombia. Talking about stopping human rights violations in the country. The marchers carrying a wide banner, about 20 metres wide, reading SOS Colombia. The next group, Seahorse Inc., serving the transgender community continuously since 1975. Some members of Seahorse decked out in bright neon pink and blue, waving. The Rainbow family of the Pacific Islands, folks in skirts printed with monstera leaves and tropical flowers, blowing bubbles which float along the parade route. Next up is The Shed, a peer-based support group for trans-masculine people and their allies. A collection of marchers, one wearing platform leather knee-high boots and wearing a tartan skirt. One bringing up the rear, waving a trans pride flag, so horizontal stripes with a white stripe in the middle, flanked by light pink, flanked by light blue. A little break in proceedings now. More rhythm coming with the next floats, Samba Energia. A formation of scantily clad showgirls in bejeweled bikinis and knickers with heavy beaded fringes and very high heels sombering their way down the street. Large feathered headdresses made of a fanned arrangement of feathers that sticks about a foot up from their heads. Some wearing broad wings. One gentleman wearing a gold glittering lame jumpsuit with flared legs, carrying a pride flag and wearing a lei. One male showboy wearing gold booty shorts with green feathers hanging off of his shoulders flying behind him, and the drum band bringing up the rear. Transcend joining now, a support group for trans people and their allies. Plenty of kids, plenty of dogs in with this group. Behind that, a group from Switchboard, connecting our community for 30 years, from 1991 to 2021. We are the same age, me and Switchboard. A collection of marchers waving directly at me. And followed by a bus. A small bus, but a bus nonetheless, for Switchboard Victoria, with some service users and allies inside enjoying the parade. If you're just joining us, this is the audio described live stream for Midsumma Pride March 2021. My name's Will from Description Victoria. This stream is intended for the benefit of people who are blind or have low vision. If that's you, wonderful to have you with us today. If you would prefer a different experience, we have another live stream hosted by Dina Curie and Sarah Ward. You'll find that on the Midsumma YouTube channel and the Midsumma Facebook page. But if not, so good to have you with us. Our next float is the Victorian Pride Centre. We have Dolly Diamond leading that, along with a collection of staff and tenants from the Pride Centre, which is being built just up the street. Oh, I got a bubble. Popped it. some people blowing bubbles in the following float, and one got all the way up to me before popping. How exciting. Pride Centre, as I was saying, is just up the street, is under construction, due to be finished this year. Going to play home to a bunch of different queer community organisations. Followed by that, we have representatives from Equality Australia, who's still mounting campaigns even after the marriage equality campaign ended successfully. We've got the Melbourne Bisexual Network repping the bisexual pride colours of a dark pink and a light blue that overlap in the centre of the flag to create a purple. Someone wearing a glittery dress that spells out in sequins, "You will never own me." Followed by Aces Melbourne, carrying the Ace Pride flag, black, grey, white and purple, colours arranged in strips horizontally, representing the asexual community. We've also got LGBTQIA Pride in Shepparton. One gentleman wearing the first harness I've seen today, a leather harness across the chest and shoulders, a leather skirt and Doc Marten boots. Vic Bears following up with the Bear Pride flag, shades from brown through yellow, white and into black, with a black paw print on the corner of the flag. Next up, Victoria Pups and Handlers. A collection of pups in their full head covering, apart from some little eye-hole pup masks. Black leather with accents in different colours, neon yellow, blue and red. In the centre of the group, they carry a kennel on wheels with the organisation logo painted on the top, and a pup kneeling on all fours, sitting back on his haunches, wearing a black and blue mask and a leather singlet. One pup leading another by a leash, connected to a leather collar around his neck. Next up, we've got Thorn Harbour Health, providing support and health services and advocacy for the LGBT community. One person at the front carrying the end of their logo, which is a red glittery asterisk on a stick, and members behind carrying signs representing the Aboriginal Health Project, Queer Women's Health Project, and a group of March's staff and allies carrying an enormous rainbow flag. About 14 people, 7 on each side, needed to carry the flag, and waving it up and down like a primary school parachute, catching the sunlight on this very bright day. The City of Melbourne Highline Pipe Band coming up, if you couldn't tell already, wearing their traditional regalia, tartan kilts, black waistcoats, white shirts, some with pride flags hung on one of their large drums, another wearing rainbow wings. And I'll be quiet and let you enjoy this as it comes past. Haven't seen blowing like that in a long time. Next up, we have got Queer Space, Drummond Street Services, wearing t-shirts with someone called Captain Bendable, a cartoon pirate, wearing a short black skirt and a red hoodie. Next up, we've got the Motor Friends, which is Melbourne's LGBTQI inclusive car club. So we are going to see some vintage vehicles and some, well, not so vintage vehicles coming past. First one, not so vintage. It's a red BMW convertible with the roof open, 2 gentlemen inside. The next is cars, guys. I'll describe them the best I can, but I'm not going to be able to give you every make and model. The next is a vintage orange Holden 4-door sedan. The next is an old school 70s Volvo station wagon with rainbow feather boas across the roof. Quality horn. Next is a vintage 80s Mercedes sedan with a sunroof. Someone standing out the top of the sunroof waving. Green accent coming from the Mercedes badge on the front, stretching back over the bonnet and hooking in behind the windshield. Next, a long Plymouth convertible, vintage 50s. I'm not sure if it's Cadillac, but the vibe is very Cadillac. Very flat, long body with chrome accents along the side and chrome wheels. A 4-door Mitsubishi station wagon, driven by a pup in a pup mask. Not sure if that's road legal. And the exhaust fumes have just reached the balcony. Next, a vintage Jaguar 2-door, a grey-white colour, very long bonnet and beautifully polished chrome accents. A Mercedes convertible with a fabulous drag performer sitting inside. A vintage camouflage painted Land Cruiser with a canvas top. A tiny little car that has a Polish registration and is probably some manner of Soviet brand that I'm not going to know the name of. That is the end of Motor Friends. Next up we have Living Positive Victoria with white t-shirts that say Together Again in a blue circle. An organisation supporting folks living with HIV in their families in Victoria. And after that, members of the Melbourne Gay and Lesbian Chorus. Wearing black t-shirts, some of which say Queer AF, and the MGLC logo on the chest. Next up, the Melbourne Rainbow Band, led by a band leader carrying a long staff, black staff with a silver tip, spinning and twirling that like a baton. Next up, LGBTQIA+ in the Northeast. Positive genuine change in Northeast Victoria. A small contingent, one with a pram, one person pushing another person using a wheelchair, decked out in bright neon rainbow colours. Following that, low-res choir, belting it out their best. Carrying paper parasols in a rainbow of different colours. Engaging in some light choreography. Step kicking to the music. Next up, the Nomads Outdoors group wearing matching shirts. Green polo shirts with black accents. Followed by Pride of Footscray Community Bar, a collection of drag performers. One in a rainbow mini dress that is made up of slivers of rainbow glittery fabric layered over each other. Spaced out. Sci-fi fans from the LGBTQIA spectrum, some in cosplay, one in a full fursuit, a full body suit with a furry head looking like a cartoon character. Globe following them in matching white jackets with the Globe logo. And finally, at the end of this wave, we've got joy.org.au representing Melbourne's, Australia's only LGBTQIA-run radio station, volunteers and presenters giving us a wave. My name's Will from Description Victoria. This is Midsumma Pride March 2021, the described stream. We've got a little break in proceedings now, so I'm going to leave you with an act from one of our pre-recorded artists. This is the Melbourne Gay and Lesbian Chorus, who we just saw. The Sopranos and Outers created this virtual video during lockdown. It's a performance by Quiet. of Quiet by Milk, a powerful song about finding the courage to speak up and be heard. In the video, 23 speakers appear in individual frames, each against a white background. They're shot in black and white. Except for the knitted pink pussy beanies they all wear, which have stubby rounded ears like a cat's poking from the top. Enjoy, I'll be back with you in a few minutes' time. Text on screen reads, Quiet was written by Connie Lim, or Milk, in response to the trauma of being sexually abused as a teenager. She and 26 singers performed in a flash mob style at the 2017 Women's March on Washington. The video of Flick's song went viral and immediately resonated with women around the world, quickly becoming the unofficial anthem of women's marches worldwide.
Put on your face, know your place, shut up and smile, don't spread your legs. Ooh, I could do that. But no one knows me, no one ever will. If I don't say something, if I just lie still, would I be a
Welcome back to Midsumma Pride Parade 2021. My name is Will McCrosty from Description Victoria. So wonderful to have you here with us this morning. This is the audio described live stream. Some of you have heard me say it a million times, but this is for the benefit of people who are blind or have low vision. If that's you, so wonderful to have you with us this morning. If that's not you and you're after a different experience, there is another live stream over on the Midsumma YouTube channel and Facebook page, hosted by Dina Curie and Sarah Ward. I'm here broadcasting live from the Prince of Wales balcony on Fitzroy Street in St Kilda on a beautifully, fortuitously sunny morning here in Melbourne, and we've got our next group kicking off a wave coming on past, and it is the Melbourne Frontrunners. This is a running group for LGBTQIA folks and their allies. The Frontrunners wearing their kit, which is a dark blue singlet or shirt that has Melbourne Frontrunners written on the front with an orange foot in the middle of the words caught mid-step. They're holding orange and blue glittery pom-poms and performing a cheer routine. They just held their pom-poms up. They all dropped one. They all went, ooh, covered their mouths. Just like that. Bent over and picked them up in a very slow but very tasteful bend and snap that you might remember from the film Legally Blonde if you've seen it. Some of them wear headbands with pink cups and paper, whipped cream and straws sticking out at the top, I believe, for the song Milkshake, which was their song. For the choreography, we've got Pride Outside, which is a safe space for anyone who identifies as LGBTQIA and enjoys getting into the outdoors. Mostly hiking, bit of rock climbing, stand-up paddleboarding, trail and fun runs. Sounds very athletic to me. Folks in their Pride Outside black t-shirts with their rainbow logo stretching from the Pride word over the O of outside to the far side. Meetup.com/Pride Outside if that's something you're into. One person very dedicated with a full hiking rucksack on their back. Maybe unnecessary for a journey just down Fitzroy Street, but good to know that they've come well prepared. Maybe they registered their journey. Couple of people chiming in the live chat. Francois saying yay Frontrunners. You can reach me in the live chat as well if you have anything you would like to contribute, any questions you'd like to ask. I'd be happy to hear from you. A little stop to the parade, maybe clearing some congestion at the front of the parade route. Happens every year. A beautiful fan pop from one of the Pride Outside members there, blowing their long black hair back. It has become quite sunny, which is a welcome change for very early this morning when we arrived here at the Prince. And we're on the move again. We've got the 69ers, 10-pin bowling here in Melbourne, Australia. 7 members of the club wearing their polo shirts. We've got our first Speedos of the day with the Glamourhead Sharks swim team. 2 brave gentlemen wearing their Speedos along the parade route. One person wearing an entire papier-mâché shark head, as well as their Speedos and a t-shirt. Followed up then by Rainbow Labour in red t-shirts holding signs talking about the different policy initiatives of the current Labor government in Victoria. This next wave is individuals, families and friends, so we've got also a big melange of people who might not have a whole float to walk with. We've got groups including Footy Pride, the Queer Poly Crew, got St Hilda's, different community and social groups marching together as one. A collection of folks, one wearing wide, glittery pink and black butterfly wings. Another gentleman walking 2 English bulldogs wearing knitted rainbow sweaters. and one person walking very fabulously on their own, wearing high heels, a full face covering neon yellow balaclava, a frizzy pink wig like fairy floss, and pushing a pram that has a small but adorable dog in it. They fix their hair while posing for a photo, grab the pram, and on they go. A little break now before a second group. Of cultural, sports and spiritual organisations. A white ute with a banner on top reading Jews of Pride. Representing the Rainbow Jewish community in Melbourne. Of course, strongly represented here on the south side. Folks waving rainbow flags with the six-pointed Star of David emblazoned upon it, and carrying a collection of Stars of David on sticks in the Pride colours. Red, yellow, blue, green, purple. One holding a sign saying "Yay for Gay," which is a sentiment that I personally can get behind. TBI Prides, the Jewish lesbian group. One person carrying a sign saying "You can pray the gay away, but honey, it's here to stay." The Jewish Community Council of Victoria, and Jewish Care, providing care to Jewish elders. Followed up by a white transport van, about an 18-seater, with a very large and very adorable honey blonde dog sitting in the passenger seat. Next up, the Golden Tigers, Richmond Football Club's inclusive Pride arm. Then Pride Cup, celebrating diversity and inclusion in sport, wearing rainbow woolen scarves, as if celebrating the gayest possible football team. A couple of members from the Saints Football Club, Acceptance Melbourne, LGBTI Catholics, inclusive of all. MIC, Melbourne Inclusive Church. One young person wearing the trans pride colours on their face and carrying a sign that says "God loves fags," and another carrying a sign that says "God does not discriminate." Proud to Play, an organisation supporting queer sports people in all sorts of codes and clubs. One drag performer on quad roller skates wearing a blue bodysuit with blue chiffon hanging down from their arms, forming a flowing cape behind them. South Sea Roller Derby Club, members of the club in their roller skates and full safety gear, as well as miniskirts and rainbow tights. Next up, Australia Post, a drag queen in a fabulous Victorian outfit with a ruffle made of post packs around the neck, a skirt made of parcel post, and a train made of express post bags stuffed, creating a huge, voluminous silhouette on the performer in the style of, say, a Marie Antoinette. Couple of postal vehicles, little three-wheeled bikes with canisters on the back for holding mail, and a post van. Some now organisations showing pride. We've got NAB Bank carrying a large inflatable rainbow version of the NAB logo, which is a 7-pointed star. The bank staff members wearing black t-shirts that say "Loud and Proud Project," and waving flags that say the same. Roller skating becoming a bit of a theme today, with RACV following up, staying on wheels and true to their mission. A couple of staff members from RACV wearing neon-coloured tights on quad roller skates. Followed by a RACV van, which hopefully I will not need to get out of the car park once the parade is over. A drag performer in a figure-hugging purple dress with a fleured mermaid skirt, blonde hair, holding a rainbow umbrella and walking a Brutal, I believe. A little dog with curly blonde hair, kind of like a poodle but also not. Leading, not as in smaller, leading a large contingent of Dan Murphy's employees. Google it, Dan Murphy's opening hours. Sorry, that was a niche reference to anyone who follows our leading epidemiologist on Twitter in Victoria. Folks wearing white t-shirts that say Proud at Woolworths Group, carrying rainbow umbrellas. One person in enormous furry purple boots and a neon curly wig. And some folks carrying enormous inflatable hearts in the Pride colours on their backs, about as tall as they are. Like huge plums with rainbow stems coming out of the top. Next up, Proud and Pawsome, a group for queer dog owners, the Greyhound Adoption Program, and then AGL. Staff members wearing white t-shirts with the AGL logo, the letters AGL, fingers of rainbow colour emanating from the letters. A small pause here in proceedings. I'm going to leave you with another one of our artists who's made a pre-recorded performance. This is Georgie Munroe performing her song Beautiful, which she performed in Gender Euphoria. Georgie is a Midsumma Futures alumni, having finished the program 1 year ago. In this video, Georgie sits at a piano bathed in soft pink light in an otherwise darkened space. Her blonde hair is pulled into a tight bun on top of her head, which is adorned with a sparkling tiara. She wears a black velvet dress with a deep V-neck and an ornate silver necklace with diamond-like jewels that covers her décolletage. Be back with you soon.
Hello Midsumma, I hope you are enjoying your well-earned Pride March and enjoying not getting burnt to a crisp this year. I have a song for you today that I wrote last year with the amazing Rachel Lewandon called Away. Don't know what to do, 'cause I'm feeling that way. Guess I feel like I wanna get away. Can we still go away? If you feel that way, I think we need to get away. Go and get some day. I wanna about to go to sleep. Am I on your mind? Do I think of you heaps? 'Cause I know, boy, that I think of you every time I'm quiet with you away. I think we need to get away, go and get some day. I wanna get away, but I don't know what to do when my feelings are all mixed around you. I don't know what to say or what to do, but I get real giggly when I think of you two away. Why didn't we get away? Go and get some day. I need to get away. But when I call, you're never alone. You're too busy, you never phone. You say you love me, but there's no follow through. Oh, what to do with you? Oh, I don't know what to say. Can we still get away? Maybe sometime when we're alone, we'll just slow down. Got nowhere to go, we'll just hold each other so tight and sweet. We won't have to go, we'll just go to sleep today. Maybe we'll meet in my dreams someday. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Midsumma Pride March 2021. My name is Wilma Crosty from Description Victoria. It is wonderful to be with you here this morning. If you have just joined us, this is the audio described live stream for the benefit of anyone who's blind or has low vision. If that is for you, welcome. Wonderful to have you here. If you prefer a different experience, there is another live stream hosted by Dina Kiri and Sarah Ward on the Midsumma Facebook page and YouTube page. Now, they're not here for me, I promise. We've just had Public Transport Victoria come past, represented by a Pride tram. So that was a tram with an enormous rainbow decal stretching across the side with hashtag all are welcome. And now we are welcoming our emergency services organisations. First up, we've got a very decked out and rugged looking ute with an extended tray for Forest Fire Management Victoria. A couple of representatives from inside giving a wave to the crowd wearing their uniforms, which is a green jumpsuit. Next up, we have got Fire Rescue Victoria in a four-door ute with an open back, red and white check marks down the side of the vehicle. One officer and their family from inside. Waving from inside, I should say. Apologies for the random intrusion of sirens. Hopefully it's not blowing out your earphones today. Absolutely gorgeous sunny day. A pretty light crowd down here on Fitzroy Street in St Kilda. I am at the end of the parade route on the Prince of Wales Band Room balcony, which is a wonderful vantage point, and we thank Midsumma for having us here this morning. Taking a little pause here, following Fire Rescue Victoria, we've got another covered four-door ute, a four-door ute with a covered tray, towing a wide rowboat with lettering on the side that reads "Everybody, every day, anybody, any day." And the side of the ute tells us that this is Lifesaving Victoria's Lifesaving Rescue, who are out there protecting swimmers and other folks off the coast. We are on the move again. A fire truck following, also from Fire Rescue Victoria. Crew members and their families waving from inside the cab. Followed by an ambulance with a magnetic AV Pride sticker put on the bonnet of the ambulance van, with a Progress Pride flag with the black and brown stripes added to the rainbow. St John Ambulance coming up next in a compact Hyundai four-wheel drive with rainbow flags stretching across the bonnets and flying next to the lights on top. Next up, the SES, a white four-door ute with a covered tray, orange and white check marks down the side, and an added decal with rainbow check marks as well. Take that volume out even more. Followed by a CFA, the Country Fire Authority, coming in from the country, one officer of the CFA driving with their family in the back of the cab, and a senior official, someone from the Red Cross, and a few other senior officials following behind in their uniforms, rainbow epaulets on their shoulders. One crowd member on the far side of the street vaping quite heavily, adding an unexpected smoke show to the parade just outside the Prince. Always wonderful when we can community generate some production value. And a little break in proceedings as we await our next wave. Very impressive that it managed to be actually quite a warm day, even by May standards, continuing the grand tradition of unseasonably hot conditions for whenever Pride may take place, even during Midsumma. But much more hospitable than the usual 30 to 40 degree to 42 degree situation that may occur. A protest group now in between the waves. Folks carrying banners reading "No Pride in Police," made in black tape on a pink background. And another banner saying no pride in police, no police in pride. Members of Victoria Police on the tram tracks in the centre of Fitzroy Street. Tracking the procession of the protests down the parade route. I'm not entirely sure where the Imperial March is coming from right now. A little bit of a break. Before members of Victoria Police make their way past, two police horses slowly walking on the tram tracks in the centre of the road, members of the force marching in formation in a variety of administrative uniforms and field uniforms, some in casual clothes, some wearing rainbow epaulets, others wearing rainbow lanyards, two in kilts drumming at the back. Ravenhall Recreational Centre coming from behind, Correctional Centre, sorry. Ambulance Victoria Pride, members of Ambulance Victoria in their navy uniforms, families and some dogs smattered about. We've got St John, one person with long candy pink hair swept over to one side holding a pride flag at the front, others blowing bubbles across the parade. Members of the SES in bright orange jumpsuits with reflective stripping across the chest and shoulders, carrying rainbow flags, rainbow umbrellas. More members of the CFA in their yellow outfits stained with black soot on the legs, as the parade comes to a brief halt. Following them, members from Lifesaving Victoria in their yellow and red outfits, long-sleeved yellow shirts with Surf Rescue and the logo for DHL, a sponsor, on the chest, wearing red board shorts. And the parade taking off once again. Life Surf Rescue Victoria, followed by people from ESTA 000, the organisation providing our 000 phone service here in Victoria, wearing white t-shirts with ESTA 000 logo on the front, rendered in rainbow colours. We're going to pause here with an excerpt from our Midsumma Festival live at the Bowl while we await our next wave. This was the fabulous Reuben Kaye performing. In the video, Reuben has a pale face that's extravagantly made up with impossibly long curled eyelashes and red sparkly lips. He wears a short red bolero jacket over a matching waistcoat and long black wide-legged pants. He also wears black suede boots with a high chunky heel. His microphone has a long ponytail of brown hair swinging from it. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year. So many a man's soul to waste. I've been around since Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and shame. Made damn sure that Pilate washed his hands and sealed his fate. Oh, pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my Melbourne! How the fuck are ya? Look at all of you beautiful people! And you! We did it, Melbourne! How much isolation, how many lockdowns, how much loneliness, how much Netflix, how much coconut oil have you gotten through, my darlings? And what have you chosen to do with your hard-earned money and your hard-earned freedom? You've chosen to spend it all freezing your ass off on the grass looking at this faggot. Reuben Kaye, actress, model, and answer to the question, what really happened to Ben Cousins? Oh, Melbourne. Like giving a hand job to an octogenarian before prostate surgery. Tonight has been a long time coming. It's been multiple lockdowns, multiple attempted border crossings, and several cavity searches I was rudely denied at Melbourne Airport. A mild pandemic and a sense of PTSD that, much like my prostate and Rupert Murdoch, resolutely refuses to die. And how have I been through all this? I've been fine. Oh, God. Because 2020 was rough. 2020 was rocky. 2020 was bumpier than driving a tractor through a toddler's birthday party. 2020 was worse than the contents of Woody Allen's briefcase, and that's just adoption papers and Vaseline. 2020 was like ordering sliding doors, Gwyneth Paltrow, and getting goop, Gwyneth Paltrow. And then having a vagina candle blow up in your face. 2020 was a worse idea than Cardinal Pell running a creche. Let's be honest, babies. It's like we ordered 2020 from Wish. And what happened? It left us broken. It left us alone, scared, confused, on our knees with our heads turned heavenwards, crying out into the void. What did we do to deserve this? Well, we ruined the planet, dispossessed, imprisoned and slaughtered First Nations people, enforced gender roles, systemized rape, racism, misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, ableism, classism and unsustainable food industries. We allowed fossil fuel companies to operate our elected officials like ventriloquist dummies from hell, raping our planet for economic gain. We turned the prisons and military into big business. We sold the land that we had no right to sell, our water table, our resources and the port of Darwin to the Chinese, who we're now in a trade war with. We empowered the church to such a degree it's now just a tax haven for pedophiles with the ability to manipulate government policy and mandate legislation on women's bodies without their consent, and we bred dogs to a superficial aesthetic level so they can no longer breathe. But pugs are so cute the way they suffocate when they walk. Their eyes are pointing in different directions because they're asking both owners to kill them. But that's just a theory. And you want to know something? My 2020 was worse than all of yours put together. Do you want to know why? Because my 2020 happened to me. And through it all, they told me, Reuben, be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful you've got food over your head or a roof to eat. And I thought to myself, grateful? Fuck grateful. The only thing I was grateful for in 2020 was that I wasn't Pete Evans' publicist. And what happened? When our lives were stripped of all external stimulus, what flooded in to fill the void? The wellness industry. The wellness industry. Self-actualization, self-realization, self-care, self-focus, self-love. My God, Melbourne, I've masturbated so much my genitals look like a peace lily that is no longer peaceful. The wellness industry came in and left us with empty promises, empty pockets, and the sole tool of manifesting what you want to happen, which is very different from prayer, but just as useless. And what did I see when I gazed inwards? What did I see? Squatting over the hand mirror of introspection, gazing at my innermost crevices like a proctological Albert Camus. Did I see shame? Yes! Did I see anger? Yes! Did I see fear? Yes! But they were all wrapped in a shit ton of glitter, dosed up on horse tranquilizers and holding a plane ticket to Melbourne!
Welcome back to Midsumma Pride March 2021. My name's Will from Description Victoria, and you've joined us just for the queer Greens to come on past. Members of the Greens holding up signs with the triangular Greens logo rendered in rainbow colours. Every MP, every vote, every time, Greens for equality on signs that they are holding. Two members carrying a long clothesline-style line with a variety of flags hanging from it, pride flags, as well as the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander flags. The Daniel Chris Children's Hospital, Pride in the North, a collection of primary healthcare groups, and we're going to be seeing mostly healthcare groups coming past at the moment. DPV Health, Kilmore Health District, Western Health, wearing their uniforms, t-shirts with a strip of pastel colours across the chest. And Eastern Health, I wonder if there's a rivalry between Western Health and Eastern Health. They seem to be getting along quite well. Some holding scrubs, clinical practitioners holding signs, reading, "We are not all the same, but we are all equal" at Box Hill Hospital. Followed by staff members from Epworth Pride, slogan on their banner saying "Every patient matters." Next up is Vincent's Care, carrying a banner with the Pride flag and the Trans Pride flag rendered in broad brushstrokes. One marcher in platform 8-inch heel Converse sneakers and a sparkly top. Anglicare Victoria, a rainbow handprint on their banner carried by two members. The Uniting Network Australia. One marcher carrying an oversized rainbow pinwheel that spins around in the breeze down here in St Kilda. The Secret Hard Mission, a small contingent holding signs saying "Everyone is welcome at our table." The ASRC, the Asylum Seeker Resource Centre, staff and allies wearing purple shirts with the ASRC logo, a white bird rendered in white lines, and text reading ASRC Pride. Followed by the Burnett Institute, absolutely ripping through the healthcare groups. WEHI, Medical Research Group, one drag performer in a flowing navy blue dress, a navy blue wig, and a bright blue tulle bolero over their shoulders. The Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre, and bringing up the rear, Cancer Council Victoria, wearing their bright yellow uniform shirts with a black daffodil and the organisation name on the front. Short break in proceedings before the next wave approaches. More healthcare organisations and charity organisations on their way for us. The Victoria Police horses making their way back up the parade route on the far side of the street. The next group carrying a banner for Queers in Science. 3 points connected together by rainbow lines and an arrow pointing off to the top right of the banner, promoting Pride in STEM with 2 M's. I'm not sure what the second M is. That might be medicine, science, technology, engineering, mathematics and medicine? One day we'll know. SSU Queer Collective. The Melbourne University Pride Organisations, student union, wearing rainbow flags as capes with the Melbourne University logo bordering it. And students and staff from RMIT University wearing black t-shirts with a diamond-shaped design made out of rainbow lines on the chest. Pride at La Trobe, Monash Student Association, wearing white t-shirts with an M rendered, a tall skinny M rendered in rainbow colours. City of Stonington, one councillor wearing long flowing navy blue robes with gold trim holding their banner. Kingston Pride for the City of Kingston. Copping lots of waves up here on the Prince of Wales boundary and here on Fitzroy Street is St Kilda. Melbourne's North is coming out, reads a banner for Moreland, Faneuil, Darebin and Yarra. A few staff members from Darebin, a few staff members from Manningham, Faneuil Council, Moreland Council. City of Whittlesea wearing very local government appropriate orange high-vis vests with a rainbow version of the Whittlesea logo on the breast pockets. Knox City Council, folks wearing t-shirts and jumpers saying Knox Pride. A group of about 10 staff members from Cardinia Shire Council. And some staff members from Parks Victoria wearing their teal green button-up short sleeve shirts. Staff members from V-Line, some carrying large cardboard cutouts of the front of a V-Line train, one heading for Castlemaine, one heading for Ballarat, sticking their faces through the windshields and looking like trains. Staff from the Telecommunications Industry Ombudsman, Victoria Legal Aid, and the Victorian Public Sector. The parade being led by a very enthusiastic Staffordshire Terrier that is absolutely dragging its owner down the street. Safe Work Victoria, holding signs reading, "I will support my LGBTI teammates." My name's Will, you're listening to the audio-described commentary of the Midsumma Pride March 2021. Fabulous to have you with us if you've been here from the start. Good effort. We are about 2/3 of the way through the parade at this point. A white truck with a large blue pipe strung across the top. It's Southeast Water with rainbow decals across the front and the doors. Staff members behind carrying a banner saying "Pride in Water." They're really proud of water. Someone said, "Yeah, we're really thirsty." I find that very amusing. a short gap now until our next wave. Some more organisations showing pride and community groups and businesses. Oh my goodness, we're actually ripping through. This may be our last wave. The march is all heading for Catani Gardens down by the foreshore, where there will be an event for those who have marched today. Unfortunately not able to be open to the general public due to COVID concerns. A small but mighty crowd has been down here in St Kilda today supporting the Pride March, lining Fitzroy Street in a appropriately socially distanced, for the most part, crowd. Some marchers who've finished their parade now making their way back up the far side of the street to catch the end of the marching. Next up, we've got Transdev, representing bus operators in Victoria, folks wearing orange high-vis vests, followed by a Transdev bus with a sign in the front windshield saying "Ride with Pride." And rainbow decals along the side. This is one of their electric buses, which emits no carbon whatsoever in its operation. Very quiet. And as our final wave approaches, with representatives from the Victorian Trade Union movement, two members holding a rainbow banner that says "We Are Union" in white writing, carrying flags for different union organisations, the Australian Workers' Union at the front. Followed by the ANMF, the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Federation. Members in union t-shirts. The Australian Education Union's Victorian branch. Members carrying red flags with the AEU logo. An oval shape with the Australian Education Union written around the edge and AEU in the middle. Staff members from Cause Chambers Westgarth, a law firm, wearing white judges' wigs. Folks from Rotary wearing pink high-vis vests. Real estate organisation JLL building places where you can be you, emblazoned across their banner. A drag performer in a long dress with puffy sleeves in white and green. An anchor-shaped headpiece attached to their blonde hair. A little lull and we are about to hit our final float, our final group in this 2021 Midsumma Pride March. A red Vespa scooter screaming past, another one, and a third one. Vespa Club of Melbourne orange, grey, and the black Vespas bringing up the rear, so arranged in as close to a rainbow as they can manage. I'm sure nobody bought a new Vespa just for the colour to complete the rainbow. I think we were missing purple. The Vespa's decorated with rainbow floral Hawaiian necklaces that have been bunched up. And finally we have staff from Midsumma Festival holding a banner, wearing t-shirts from this year's festival logo, a small globe of different acts, different buildings in Melbourne compressed into a planet on a black t-shirt. And they are marching past, having pulled off quite a feat in getting this 2021 Pride March together. Giving us a wave, the COVID marshals in their pink high-vis vests following behind, as well as security and a final car from Victoria Police. Well, my friends, that is the end, a little quicker than we anticipated, of the 2021 Midsumma Pride March. There is one person walking behind the police car holding a sign saying Pride is a protest. And we have members of the public, a few of them marching behind as the parade draws to an end. I am going to leave you with a performance by the fabulous Jude Pearl from the Sydney Maya Music Bowl earlier this year as part of one of the family performances that occurred there. But before that, I'm going to sign off. My name's Will McCrosty from Description Victoria. I hope you have enjoyed this audio-described live stream of the Midsumma Pride March 2021. I hope you're feeling very proud at home. I hope you have a lovely Sunday ahead of you. And we will see you next time. Thanks. A clip of cabaret artist Jude Pearl performing at the Sydney Maya Music Bowl. They stand behind a Nog keyboard in a baby pink blazer over a black v-neck. Large earrings dangle beneath their thick curly hair, featuring the yellow faces and purple hair of Patty and Selma from The Simpsons.
For you, all about labels. I hope that you like it. Well, if a label's helpful, you should use it. If a label's helpful, you should definitely use it. Well, sometimes labels are the key to identify your identity. If a label's helpful, you should use it. If a label makes you feel much safer, so you don't have to explain things to your workmates or your neighbor. If that label helps define who you are and saves you time, if the label's helpful, you should use it. But sometimes labels just cause interference, and some people find them more of a hindrance, because maybe you don't fit in one group, you're more complex than a can of soup. Unless that label's helpful, then don't use it, because soup cans have label, doesn't matter. When I was 9, I was sure that I was gay. I wore baggy clothes, I was scared of men, and all the boys I liked told me I was gay. But then one day I saw a vag and I said, that's nice, but it's not for me. And I hate to say it, it makes me sick, but I really do love me some dick. If a label gets you something you need, if the label's accurate and it can help you succeed, if that label gets you the right medication or assists you with your education, if the label's helpful, fucking milk the shit out of it. Well, I was a music artist in my early 20s, but people wouldn't buy it because I wasn't cool or sexy, because being sexy and writing songs apparently can't occur independently. But it's cool because I left the music industry on good terms, mostly. So then I labeled myself a comedian, and a bunch of people were like, nah, you're not a comedian. Well, I guess they're right, what do I know? I've only written and performed 5 full-length comedy shows. I just thought the label might be helpful from a marketing perspective. no trumpet. Well, some days I wake up and I'm a lady, and other days I wake up and I'm not so much lady. Well, I guess I'm called that gender fluid. Right now I don't need that label, so I don't use it. The label doesn't help me, I don't use it. Some labels might be true for you forever. You take care of those labels cause they hold your life together. Well, there was a time you had to hide that part of you. It's life denied. Now there is no greater warmth or pride when the world affirms who you are inside. Some labels might be true for you at one stage, but being open-minded means allowing yourself to change. That same label that freed your heart could one day be your prison bars. Only use that label when it's helpful, yeah. Only use that label when it's helpful. Only use that label, well, only use that label. Only use that label when it's helpful. Thanks very much.